Welcome back to Ship Happens. These videos and this channel is all about us restoring an 80-year-old boat that was in World War II.
Yeah.
She's a bit rotten, so let's get to work. So I'm just removing the piece of wood at the back, and I've just rounded off a screw heads trying to get it out as I was hanging over the boat. So I need to get it out. But we've got this damaged screw extractor. So I've never ever used one of these before. So let's try and get this screw out. So what you do is you drill it with one of these and then you use the extractor of the same size. Awesome.
So it actually worked. Okay, that's quite handy.
Yeah, because we have loads of damaged screws, don't we?
Yeah, well, it's just typical stainless steel, isn't it? You round it off just by looking at it. But yeah, that did actually work. So you need to go quite a few sizes up on this because you only drill into a screw, so it's very shallow. But yeah, that bit there quite nice. So a lot of force down. Yeah, good.
I think we'll be using that quite a bit.
Yeah.
So we never ever claim that we are boat experts. We're just two people winging it. But last time I painted planks, there was a lot of people commenting saying, you should be epoxying the ends. Pointless right now, because these are over high and they're going to be getting cut off soon to the right length, right height. So why would we waste our time epoxying the end grains that are going to get cut off? Don't know. Obviously we're not experts, so we might be wrong. We try and use a lot of common sense when building a boat. You don't have to be an expert, but we like to use our common sense and think logically about things. I think you can do that with everyday life as well. Common sense and logic is a lot of the times better than degrees and qualifications. There's obviously been a lot of professional shipwrights who've worked on this boat, and sometimes if they would have used common sense, it mightn't have been as bad as she ended up. That is my rant for the day. So I just paint the end grains just to protect them a little bit until they get cut back. There we go. It is now time to fit some beam shelf once this paint's dry. So we're just painting the backs of the beam shelf because obviously we can't get to the back once we fit them. We can't paint the sides that we're epoxying, and we can paint the front once it's fitted.
You can't find your cutters, use a chisel.
So, dun dun dun, we've had a delivery. You're gonna like this one.
Was it? Oh, it's an effing clamp.
You can never have enough clamps, thanks to the videos from Simon. So thank you so much, Simon. Yeah,
Cool.
we always run out of clamps, and when we're doing beam shelves, we require a lot of clamps. So they will come in very handy. Oh, they feel
Yeah.
they're all metal. That's good, because usually the plastic
And
ones
they've got a
just...
proper, they actually lock in as well rather than just floating around. That's good. That. Beautiful.
Do you know what though? You can't be getting no epoxy on our brand new clamps.
No, that's part of the deal.
Right then, let's get this beam shelf in.
Right, so yeah, before the beam shelf goes in, some may notice that there's some frames missing, but there's some that go over the windows and there's some that go further down. Going to take a bit more extensive work, but the primary frames that we need are the ones adjacent to the deck beams, so they're the ones that are going to give us our shape. So once the beam shelf goes in, then we can put the missing frames in. But yeah, quite excited to get this done, and more strength in the boat. And then once this is done, then we can move forward then, can't we, to the breast hook that we spent a very long time making.
Right then, there's our bottom piece.
Okay, let the swearing commence.
Got me big hammer.
Okay, you got a hammer, I need a hammer. We got any more hammers? We've got any in there?
Yeah,
There's
there
one
you
there. There's got there's one.
are. Loads of hammers.
Go on. Hooks into there.
Okay, half, half, half a half, half a half. Okay, I'm happy with that.
So we got our first piece in, relatively drama free.
That was, I think, the easiest piece of beam shelf I've ever put in.
Well, it's because it's not actually as curvy as the forward ones. The forward ones, you're just fighting them all the time and you're thinking, oh my god, I've got to break it. But no, yeah, it won't. Okay, it went good. So what we need to do now is we need to put some nails now down through into the packers that go between the web frames. That's going to temporarily hold it down, and also it'll stop it moving that way and that way, won't it? Not that it will once it's all nailed that way, but won't do any harm putting a nail down.
So we're all lined up nice and flat, actually.
Oh, that's quite a good job, that.
There we go.
So we now whack some nails in there. It's going to go one way, one the other, and then as I say, I'm going to put nails down through all these packers down here through the top. So that means hitting two hammers together, doesn't it, Jim? Just to really annoy people.
Do not try this at home.
Yeah, I'm determined to make a hammer explode. I'm going to set up a rig at the workshop and just smack two hammers together.
Because I'm getting hammered with comments and messages and emails and everything.
Emails?
Yeah, it's dangerous.
Has anybody
Do not
rang you
try
up?
this at
Has anybody
home.
phoned you?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Right, let's carry on nailing stuff. Then we use a punch. What's a punch made of? What kind of metal is a punch made of? Right, so I've just spent 10 minutes looking for a punch. So I found a punch to make people happy. Because apparently, Gemma's been getting a lot of messages. So if that had a handle on it like a hammer, then I wouldn't have hit my finger then, would I? Oh, you fucking thing. Ah. So I'm trying to avoid this. Always when the camera comes out as well, It makes you look really incompetent. I watch like wheeler dealers and stuff like that, and I think, bless them, they've got to do this in front of an audience of like millions of people. And luckily we've only got not that many, but yeah, the camera comes out and it's just a curse of the camera. Do you know what I mean? Stuff goes wrong all the time on camera.
On another note, a lot of you commented on the other week's video about my hammering skills, asking whether I'm right-handed or left-handed. So I'm actually left-handed, but I've adapted to be able to use tools with both my hands. I cannot write with my right hand whatsoever, but I can use tools in both hands, like whether it's the hammer or the jigsaw or the drill or stuff like that, can't I?
Yeah, I'm not very good. I can hammer with my left hand. I definitely can't write with my left hand, and I really struggle to write with my right hand.
But you can't use jigsaw in your left hand or anything, can you?
I think if I'm in trouble, it's not equal at all. No. You're equal, aren't you, both ways? Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just one of them skills that I've picked up, because tools aren't designed for left-handed people. So back in the day, like using a jigsaw with my left hand, the way the jigsaw sort of pushes the air away, it just like blew dust right into my eyes. So yeah, I had to adapt and learn to use it in both hands.
So I'm not too sure about the audio because I've got the drone going, but I'm trying to get it from 2 different angles this time. What do you think? It'd be posh, wouldn't it? Gemma's mixing up some
Epoxy
semen-like products.
You gotta have semen on a boat.
That's long and hard and full of semen. Or submarine. Have you heard that one before?
No.
Have you not?
No.
I think I used to say that when I was a kid in primary school. Do you know when you dressed me in the morning, did you mean to like have the same colour?
No. You dressed yourself, what are you talking about?
Well, next time can you dress me?
So we're not matchy-matchy?
Yeah. You did loads of mess down the ankle locker again.
Yeah.
Soon we're going to be closing this off, aren't we?
No.
You have to figure out how many layers of paint you're going to put on it.
I still need to work out what I'm painting the anchor locker in.
Oh. Dulux emulsion.
Johnson's wood paint.
Yeah, that'll do. Stop. Yeah, go on, go on, go on, go on.
Wonky? Wonky! It's that one.
Snagging now.
Wonky! Yeah. Come on in. Yeah, Wonky.
Did you buy them especially?
I did.
Okay, so. Yeah, okay.
We're there.
Just give it another nudge, it's not moving anymore. Yeah, that'll do, yeah, that's good.
There we go.
Dead easy.
Dead easy. Woo!
It's amazing the bend in it, isn't it?
Yeah.
So So we've got two of the pieces of the deck beam. So we need 3 pieces, but what we're going to do is put some of these in, because there's no real guidance to get the top piece in. We've had like the web frames and stuff like that in the way, but if we put these in early, we'll leave them slack, we'll get the new beam in, and then once the new beam's in, then we can tighten it up and hopefully it'll all pull it all nicely together.
And we've still got our little supervisor over there, keeping an eye on us. He just stands there and watches like everything we do. It's quite cute. He's had his quavers, so he's happy. I just want him to like come up and just stand on the deck with us. That'd be cool if we could like train him. Come on, Wonky.
Bit of a mouth to feed that, wouldn't it?
He eats more than you at the minute, doesn't he? Right, better go mix up some epoxy for the last bit.
You're just getting closer.
I know.
And the Gemma come out.
It's okay.
It's a story of my life with birds, that. Whenever Gemma comes, they bugger off. You know, like. It's like beaver repellents. See, this mounting of cameras, which saying to Gemma we need a bit of a different angle. But when you're like, oh, there's Wonky's food down there. So I'm going to put you on there.
Is anyone going to the Southampton boat show?
I am.
I am. So I'll be there the 20th to the 24th on the Suzuki stand every afternoon. And what we're doing on the Suzuki stand is we've got a fishing simulator. So what they're doing is the Suzuki Pro Fishing team, which apparently is me, as well as some actual people who know how to fish. We're going to be setting a time each day on the fishing simulator, and then you guys can come and have a go and see if you can beat our time. And whoever gets the best time of the day wins a prize, apparently.
Do we know what the prize is?
I don't know what the prize is, no.
I hope it's a speedboat.
What do you think? So, if you're down at the show,
yeah, come and say hello,
come
definitely.
and say hello. So yeah, 20th to the 24th, every afternoon, I will be on the stand. Yeah, trying to...
Doing the simulator.
Doing the fishing simulator.
See, obviously it's a simulator. Do you mean, is it just about brute force or is it about being finesse? I'm not too sure.
Yeah, so that should be interesting.
I'm not sure if you can break it. You think you can break it? You won't be able to break it, will you?
No. But you know what I love the most about the Suzuki stand?
Yeah, yeah.
Apart from, obviously, awesome engines and stuff like this, every show this Suzuki go to, they have a lovely guy called Sam.
So, yeah,
From,
he does the coffee.
He does coffee from Jimmy Beans.
Yeah.
Now, the coffees are, well, I'm going to say free.
You're going to get us in trouble, eh?
No, listen. So they are technically free, but what they ask for is donations.
Right.
And this year, and it's all donations for charity.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. Right.
So this year they are supporting Wet Wheels, which is a charity to help disabled people get on the water. So you can have, and literally, Sam's coffees are the best.
Yeah, like genuinely. Forget all your stupid costumes and stuff like that.
And you know what I mean? So come down, get a coffee off Sam and make a donation to Wet Wheels and help disabled people be able to get out onto the water.
Okie dokie.
Right, last piece. Oh, got a rope to deal with now.
Oh, there's a control the end of that. What's going on?
Have you got another hammer? Oh, yeah. Let me just... I have to go back to you.
No, we'll do that. Oh, that would have been beneficial for here because it's gone off the edge, yeah.
I've got to go back like 20 mil.
Oh, okay.
Want me to hit it back?
Yeah, go on. So if you come past, then down, then I'll come back to you. Right, okay, the big issue now is here, Jim. So, is here. So we need to set up our wedges there.
Yeah, we're clear.
Okay, go on. Okay.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah?
You've got pure butt crack in them pants.
I love it. You know, people are like concerned about being bald and stuff like that, and I get like...
Butt crack anxiety?
Yeah, I don't know why. I think people bullied me in the beginning with it.
Oh. No, no one ever bullied you. It's just an ongoing butt crack joke with you, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think the issue is with Simon, his body's so long that t-shirts just don't really fit him, do they?
No.
I think it's that side of the drill. The drill's over here.
Yeah.
No, get it.
Drill, grinder. So we now need to shoot, we're going to shoot a threaded bar through this one. So if we go down on a slight angle, then that'll pull it down and tighten it up at the same time.
Yeah.
Washers are behind you and nuts are behind you. I know we're not professionals, Jem, but look at that. That's really cool. When you stand back and look at the strength now in there, that's not as easy as it looks, you know, to bend, precision, to get in position, glue it all up. If you think back to a few episodes ago, how rotten all of this was and how knackered it is, and personally I think it's stronger than the original.
Yeah, well, we've seen like how many knots and stuff was in the original.
Yeah.
So yeah, so the next thing that we need to work out then is maybe cutting it all back, because obviously it looks crap, doesn't it?
It looks crap, and we've kind of finished for a few months maybe in this area because we're going to be working forward now, so let's try and make this a bit prettier. But what have we been discussing off camera? So
what we need to work out is the finished height of obviously the frames and the planks, because we need to do all that really, don't we, before we start putting the deck beams in, because once we put, say like for instance, we put the deck beams in, when we put the deck beams in there's going to be nothing on the deck, obviously.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice to be able to get the deck beams in and then a piece of deck on it straight away. But to be able to put a piece of deck on it, all this needs to be at the right height.
So what I was saying to Jem off camera, if we basically use the deck height as we are now, so put a vanishing line, so put a pen on the end of a piece of wood, then we can actually mark along the top of the frames, then that'll give us plus 20 mil or however thick the deck is. What is 18 plus a bit, so it's probably about 30 mil plus, and then we leave it at that for now. Then when the beams go in, then we know at the vanishing at the end of the beams, that's where the plank should technically be cut.
Do you trust?
But it's quite a commitment.
Do you trust these beams though? Because obviously, like, look under here, like the deck. Obviously, I can stick my finger under between the deck and the things.
Well, okay, it's going to be the same height as the top of this, isn't it? So which is the same height as that, I'm guessing.
Well, there's the deck height.
Right, okay, so that's too high.
That's too high.
But bearing in mind the deck cambers off and we're probably sat on a flat here.
And then obviously...
Right, we're going to do some thinking, then we'll come back to you on what we're going to do. Don't know. That was all on time lapse.
Not repeating myself.
Oh no. Right, so what we've done is we put some marks On these, basically, we're estimating they're about 30mm too high, which is good because these planks are too short for these marks anyway. Hopefully we'll just be in line. So we're going to chop them back off now so we can put our sheet back over it and all that sort of jargon. I think we're just going to cut it off with one of these.
So we're just going high today and not doing any precision cuts?
No precision cuts just yet because we don't need to. And as well, it'll actually help for when we put our piece of wood on to stop it falling off. Ah, yeah, we'll see how good the glue is, even though that was only yesterday's glue. But the thing's to be cutting.
Don't think I'm going to let you do the finished job, like.
Oh no, I've already got it planned. We're going to set up a plane, like a long arm on it, which can then run off there. Yeah, we'll use a plane. Still massively high. But then when we reference it from... Did you do a glue test? I brother would. Yeah, that's quite good, that, you know. That's all right. So when we do a reference from that point there, so that's how much further eventually it'll be coming down.
So we've got loads of excess to cut off on your wobbly cuts.
Yeah, that's fine. That's great. My cuts are brilliant. That's fine. What we might do actually, because we know this is going to be left for a long time, is just give that a quick paint.
Just to protect it a bit.
Yeah.
So the tops of the planks cut off. It's really good to see like the sealant that we've been using is going all the way through. And look at that, that's just held together with glue from yesterday.
Must be flexible, eh? Oh! Is it still sticky inside?
No, but it's a good even coverage, dear. Oh. So we're doing a good job on that. But yeah.
So that's between all the planks and all the boat. So if you remember a couple of years back, we did that before we painted it as well. So boat's got a big sort of bit of cushioning, hasn't it?
It's like
it's rubberised
cartilage between your joints, isn't it?
Yeah, she's an old girl.
So she's got a bit of cushioning now between all her joints. Right, on to the next job, which is measuring up for our template, well, making our template for the deck beams. So we're working out our beam template. Simon's doing some math and we're going to use this section of the boat to make the template from. So we used a bulkhead further back to create the template, but just to check that that is correct, we've made a smaller template from the radius there to check it fits all the way at the front. So it does. So that just shows the curve that we took the first template off is the same as the curve at the front, so it'll all marry up. So now it's time to go back to the workshop and start making a load of deck beams. So come back next time to see us do that. Thank you all so much for watching, and thank you so much to all of our patrons for their support. See you next week. All the work that we do on Sarinda is all made possible with the support of our amazing Patreon supporters and Coffee Monthly members. Without their support, this project wouldn't be possible. So thank all of these people on the screen, as without them, these videos wouldn't be possible. And if you want to join our Patreon or monthly members on Coffee and get early access to our videos and help support the project, we would be so grateful. Until next time, see you next week.